Hey everybody, this is Shalece, a compulsive eater and food addict in Phoenix, Arizona. Today we're talking about amends, and I just wanted to share one of my experiences of a living amends attitude adjustment. I had a lot of those, probably 99.9% of the amends that I needed to make were attitude adjustments. I'm more of a person that just keeps my thoughts to myself, or I hide, withdraw, and it's not prettier, it's not better. It's just the way that I cope, or the way that I acted. Back, we did a recording on religion and how it works with OA, and in that recording, if you listen to it, you know that I had quite a bit of resentment towards my religion. And I remember the very last resentment on my list was toward one of the clergy members in one of the areas that my husband and I once lived. And the resentment was it was an interesting one. This man invited my husband and I into his office. We were having marital struggles at the time, and he proceeded to offer some advice that was not, it caused some harm to me, I believed. And so that was on my list. And I thought I had, I was totally justified in my resentment toward him, until my sponsor and I sifted through and found the truth of the reality of the situation and how it works in my religious organization is that the clergy are volunteers. They are not trained. They are lay members of society. This particular man was a chemical engineer. Okay, he was a chemical engineer, wonderful man, and spent countless of his own hours working with members of our congregation and doing his very best. But here I was expecting him to be perfect and to know everything, and to know that what he had said to me was not appropriate and actually caused me harm. And so the unraveling of that resentment was so beautiful, and just seeing that I actually have a choice in whether or not I go in and talk to the clergy member. He invited me in with my husband, and I could have gracefully declined, and that would have been just fine as well. But what I really needed in the amends that I made is really just looking at my church members, clergy and not clergy, just other members of my church, as human beings. These are human beings. And even if he had been trained in psychology, he might have said something that, I didn't like or whatever. But really, it's my side of the street is listening and observing with understanding and kindness, and then taking what I like and leaving the rest, and just really deciding whether what is being offered to me fits in with the truth that I believe, my relationship with God. And if it doesn't, I can just drop it. I can just let it go. And so for me, just the beauty of that, as I've gone forward in continuing to practice my religion, it's been amazing to just look at these wonderful individuals who give of their time so freely to do what they believe is God's work, what I believe is God's work in bringing people more knowledge of God. I can look at them and listen to them with understanding and with love and kindness, and that is my amends to them. That is my amends to, and it just brings me so much peace today to be able to live in harmony and in the reality that everyone's doing the best that they can with what they've got, and including myself. I'm not perfect, and I make mistakes as well. Even if my actions have great intentions, I can still make mistakes. And it's just a much more peaceful place to live.